Am I the asshole for not telling husband's family I'm pregnant? My husband, 36M, and I, 34F, are expecting our first baby. We each have a son from previous marriages. My husband is the black sheep of the family, 2 sisters, brother, mother. His family has a Facebook messaging group that they talk on constantly, but every time he contributes to the conversation, they stop talking for a couple days, no exaggeration. This is one of the reasons he didn't bother telling his family that I'm pregnant. The other reason is that I had 2 miscarriages back to back and he didn't want to jinx anything. I had respected that he hadn't told his family and refrained from posting anything on FB. I got my anatomy scan at 20 weeks and found out it's a girl. I asked him when he would tell his family because I wanted to post on FB, and he told me to just go ahead and post because if they wanted to know what was going on in his life, then they would talk to him. I went ahead and posted on Facebook that it was a girl. A couple days later, his sister messaged him saying that he needed to call his mom. She hadn't called him in 6 months, he always calls her. He ended up calling her, at which point she accused us of getting married because I'm pregnant, and told him he needs to clear this up with his siblings. Not one of them has said congrats on the pregnancy. His sister literally reached out to him to scold him, and no one else has said a word to him. I don't personally feel that we owe anyone an explanation for anything. It's not their business about my miscarriages. Anyway, I can understand why my husband didn't want to tell him, but AITA. Not the asshole. I think their responses justify that. Cut that shit out of your lives. What's the point of living with that stress?
He ended up calling her, at which point she accused us of getting married because I'm pregnant, and told him he needs to clear this up with his siblings. Clear what up, exactly? That his mother and siblings are combatively, antagonistically judgmental, and so unpleasant to communicate with that something as important and joyous as a pregnancy is better left unsaid until it's at a need-to-know moment, not the asshole, and congratulations on the pregnancy. Nope. Not in the slightest. Congrats. Party popper. If they wanna know what's going on in your lives they'd reach out. It's a two-way thing.
Nope. Not the asshole. Your significant other is right, and if they wanted to know how he was, they would call. Your medical history is not their concern. Congratulations on your rainbow baby girl. I hope she's happy and healthy and loves to sleep.
Not the asshole. Not clear why you call your husband the black sheep of the family when it is the rest of them who are behaving like ours. Even if you all did get married because of the pregnancy, how does it matter to them?
Not the asshole. Their reactions are extremely inappropriate. If they had been a bit miffed that they weren't told directly sooner it might make a bit more sense, but contacting just to hurl abuse at him, disrespect your marriage and make out like your pregnancy is a bad thing that needs to somehow be cleared up with the siblings is just insane. He'd be better off distancing even more so or cutting them off completely if they behave like this.
Absolutely not the asshole. I also think you should have some talks with him about what he feels he owes to them or why he's still acknowledging them. This is sounding pretty dysfunctional and nothing good can come from it staying this way, and it will eventually affect you if it hasn't. They either work things out or go low, no contact, which should mean not entertaining his mother and sister's ridiculously selfish messages. I'm not suggesting you tell him to stop talking to them, but getting him to think about whether they add value to his life early on wouldn't hurt. Also, congratulations on the baby.
Not the asshole. You don't owe anyone an explanation about anything, especially to those who aren't interested in staying connected. Things are hard enough as it is these days. You don't need the added stress. Congratulations on your pregnancy. All the love to you and your family.
Info. How long have you been married? I'm honestly just curious as to why mom would think you got married just because of the pregnancy.
Not the asshole. They sowed neglect and coldness and now are reaping disinterest and coolness in return. You are smart and supportive to let your husband decide how to deal with them. Praying for health for you and your baby.
Not the asshole. Not a single congratulations. Scolding. Tell them to piss off. No one needs this stress during a pregnancy. Tell your husband that he owes nothing to a family who treats him this way. I would be NC for the remainder of the pregnancy, as well as the first few months postpartum, just to eliminate the bile. On a second note, congratulations. I hope all stays well with you and your family. Enjoy these years, as they go by very quickly.
Not the asshole. Congrats on the baby girl. Nothing to apologize or explain. Keep posting on your Facebook and share with your friends.
Not the asshole. We are in the thick of infertility after 5 years without even an ounce of luck. Whenever we get pregnant we will be cautious like you. Nothing wrong with waiting until you're as far from the danger zone as possible. Plus, they don't sound like a warm and inviting family. Is probably just keep posting in the group just to shut them up.
Not the asshole. Also you might want to check out Just No Mill. Why are you even asking?
Not the asshole. They can't even say congratulations, congrats by the way. He's the scapegoat now and whatever you do, that will remain so. They won't be happy whatever you do. Live your lives the way you want. Your DH had his reasons for not telling them earlier and in person.
Not the asshole. Drop the rope and block their numbers. They aren't contributing anything positive to your life or your husband's, so why should they be in it? You might want to talk to your husband about therapy since he seems to still feel obligation to them. He doesn't need to continue a relationship just so they have a scapegoat punching bag, but it can sometimes take quite a bit of time for people in your husband's situation to actually understand that.
It's liberating to see the outpouring of support from this community. When you think something is just all in your head, it's nice to get feedback that reflects what you're thinking, and hear from people who've experienced similar things as you have. We were teetering on this conversation for a while, and have kept the fam at an arm's distance due to the toxic nature of that dynamic. I truly don't think we're not the asshole here, and it's comforting to see that this is the consensus. My wife is amazing and supportive, by the way, and has shown real patience and backbone in this situation. She's truly my best friend, and I'm ecstatic to grow our little family together.
What a weird-ass family dynamic. What exactly is he supposed to clear up with his siblings? The fact that none of them are interested in his life and just contact him to scold him? Not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Your husband's family didn't bother care about your husband and it seems that they even avoid him, but the second something big happens they're back just to scold him.
Not the asshole. Fuck that noise mama, congrats on the lil bun in the oven.
Sounds like VLC-NC could be the right thing for you guys. Congratulations on the pregnancy. Hi. We're pregnant. Nobody cared to congratulate us or wish us well, so I'll be leaving this chat group and blocking everyone from now on. We don't care to have toxic people in our lives. Have a nice life. Is that clear enough? Not the asshole. Your husband is not the asshole either. Also, I'm curious why they accused you of getting married because you were pregnant. Were you not married before that point? Not the asshole. Like at all. You two don't owe anyone an explanation for anything. Your baby, your choice. I am also the black sheep of my family. I no longer reach out to people that do not make an effort to reach out to me as well. You both made the right decision for your family and that's all that matters. I'm 31 plus 6 with my first and my sister hasn't talked to me my entire pregnancy because I didn't tell her before we announced at the 12-week mark. I didn't tell her early because I had a previous miscarriage, so I understand your reasoning completely.
Not the asshole. You've done nothing wrong. We learned the hard way with our original fourth why some people wait until after 20 weeks for an actual announcement. There are risky pregnancies and it also isn't anyone's business. There are many reasons why you both would wait. My cousin never told anyone, including her parents, until the day her son was born. It happens. I'm sure they won't be able to deal with it, but it is due to other, unknown, reasons. Enjoy your baby and ignore the drama. They'll find another reason to have you be the outcasts soon enough.
Not the asshole. His family sucks. Hopefully your family loves him and treats him with the kindness his own family doesn't. Congratulations to you too. Wishing your growing family the best. Not the asshole. Please go NC with these people, you don't need them in your life. And congrats on your baby girl. I hope you have a very healthy pregnancy. Info: what happened in the relationship with his siblings to cause the rift in the first place? There has to be a reason beyond him just being the only male in the family. Not the asshole. There is a feature on Facebook that you can block anyone on your friends list and friends of friends from seeing your posts. They will never know it. I suggest you do that or just unfriend DH family. Smile.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole a million times.
Not the asshole. His family sounds like the worst.
Not the asshole. Honestly, now is a great time to encourage him to go NC since he's already LC if this how they respond.
Why do people think they need to put up with toxic people if they are family? Cut that mess out of your life immediately.
It's 2020, not 1950. If you got married because you were pregnant, obviously not the case. What does it matter? If they can't get behind your marriage and happiness for your baby girl, then they can just be out of your lives. I recently had to cut off my family because they hated my husband. For no reason. So I understand completely. No, you're not an asshole, and congratulations on the baby. That is amazing news.
Wow, had to ask my wife if she posted this. Lol, we just hit 21 weeks and didn't tell my parents until around 18 weeks, due to high risk, and wanted to be cautiously optimistic. She asked me when we should tell them. I said we'll send them holiday cards and have them ask, whose baby is that? Not the asshole, we are also the black sheep of our families. However, my family isn't as abrasive, just more apathetic. Jinxing shit is so fucking weird. Like, imagine being pregnant and you tell someone and the fetus just straight up leaves.
The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. This is the full saying. Everyone says part of it, but no one ever knows all of it. Just because you're born into it doesn't make them the most important ones.
Not the asshole. They sound like the kind of people who you would not want around your child. If they treat your husband like this, they will not treat your daughter any different. They might even be worse, since children have a harder time standing up for themselves compared to adults. Cut contact with them ASAP.
You have been through 2 miscarriages and now they are accusing you of getting married because you are pregnant. Oh dear. You are so not the asshole. Not the asshole. You husband is a wide person to be LC or NC with them. Trim that branch off your family tree and grow some new roots.
Not the asshole. If I was him, I would send one last message in the group outlining their behavior and block them all. Don't bother with people who are like this, even if they are family. Blood isn't thicker than water, life is too short.
Not the asshole. He ended up calling her, at which point she accused us of getting married because I'm pregnant, and told him he needs to clear this up with his siblings. Quote. Nope. And so what if you did? Imagine scolding a fully functioning, independent 36-year-old for having a baby. I cannot imagine why your husband is not NC yet.
Not the asshole. The blood of the coven is thicker than the water of the womb. He doesn't have to cut them out completely, but I recommend distancing yourselves from the toxicity. That's just too much.
Not the asshole. They sound toxic. Congratulations on your pregnancy and wish you all the best.
Not the asshole. They aren't supportive. They don't deserve to know. Congrats, I'm happy for you.
Not the asshole. Toxic people are not worth your time. Sometimes, sadly, they happen to be family. Congratulations on the great news. Screenshot this and send it with the caption, "A complete stranger was kinder regarding our wonderful news than you." Move on and don't look back.
At first I was thinking, well, you should have given them an announcement instead of letting them see on Facebook. But their reaction is ridiculous. No wonder he didn't want to tell his family. And your other comments about his family's treatment of him is equally alarming. Not the asshole. Some relationship advice. You need to create clearer boundaries with his family. You said you let him handle it how he felt was right, but now this includes you and your child. Even though they're far away, with social media they're a lot closer than you think. You and your husband need to decide together what information you're willing to share with these people. Unfriend them. If you have to. Just because someone shares your blood doesn't mean they're worth your time.
Given how his family acts towards him and how they responded to your pregnancy announcement when you posted on Facebook, I can see why you didn't want to tell them. If they hold so little regard for him, why doesn't he just go no contact? At any rate, it's up to you and hubby to decide when to announce your pregnancy, and you are under no obligation to tell people who seem to dislike you about your problems. I hope the rest of your pregnancy is uneventful and healthy and that you have a healthy baby. Mazel tov to you and hubby. And not the asshole.